Welcome to the American Telemedicine Association 2009 annual meeting. My name is Tim Rowan and we're broadcasting from this 14th annual meeting here in Las Vegas at the Rio Hotel and Convention Center. And I am pleased to introduce Jason Goldberg, who is the president of Ideal Life. And I believe this is the first time they have been here at the ATA meeting. Is that right, Jason?
Yes, this is actually our first exhibit here.
Well, welcome to the ATA
so
studios.
It's wonderful to be here. Thank you for having us.
You're quite welcome.
Appreciate it.
You're going to have to start from the beginning. I'm not that familiar with Ideal Life, so tell us what kind of a company you are.
Mm-hmm. We actually have been around for about 8 years now. This is our first unveiling, so to speak, at the ATA, unveiling of the curtain. We are a service-oriented, consumer-inspired company. We've been involved for a number of years now with our programs in wireless remote health management. And we are quite an innovative, complete solutions company where we both develop and design, deliver the devices that we view as windows of communication to the consumer, as well as the back-end infrastructure side, the information management component where we communicate the data. So really about delivering real-time health information on demand. More from a consumer perspective.
Consumer perspective. So who would you describe as your primary target customers? Are you selling directly to the user?
Our target today, we are a consumer-inspired company. Our market right now is in the clinical space with the health plans, the managed care organizations, the doctor groups, IPAs, MSOs, organizations like that. Home health as well is a big player in that space as well. What we tried to achieve really was deliver a solution, a technology platform that better bridges the gap of information flow between health consumer and provider of care, be it a family member in a caregiving capacity, a clinician, a coach in a wellness program, a health plan, a doctor group, that are really trying to better manage long-term sustainable chronic condition programs and deliver those programs on a long-term basis. Our first target sector happens to be the clinical organizations, the health plans. Long-term, our vision, our goal is to deliver these products to the consumer directly.
Well, since you brought them, let's take a look. You can describe to us one product after another and how that fits into that philosophy.
One of the things that we'll maybe talk about first is our approach, and what we were very cognizant of was designing products that are familiar to users, natural extensions of existing behavior. We didn't want to change behavior, but we wanted to empower devices with innovative technology to connect that information, deliver it to the right people at the right time, in the right manner, when they want it, where they want it. So what we've done was empower devices that look and feel and act very much like devices you'd find in a drugstore, a blood pressure monitoring device, a blood pressure meter, for diabetes, a glucose meter as well, and other products like a scale, empower them with wireless communication technologies, because individuals are used to doing things in the places in which they often do them. In the morning they might get up while they're brushing their teeth, getting ready for work, and step up on a scale in their bathroom. They might go downstairs before breakfast and check their blood sugars at the kitchen table. So we were very cognizant of that, and we spent a lot of time doing research to find out where people were capturing this information.
And then once the information is captured, you have a system that delivers it.
Exactly. So what we actually designed was, it's kind of the 80-20 rule. Most often, well over 80% of patients or consumers right now are checking themselves when they get up in the morning, at home, or at night before they go to sleep. So the home environment is really the natural environment of where individuals are capturing information. So we actually designed the Ideal Life Pod, which essentially is our wireless gateway, where
this is awfully small,
which is nice and small. And we were very focused on ensuring that ease of use was a primary concern for us, because again, if it's not simple, we could talk about affordability as well, then people aren't going to use it.
You have both telephone and network
and a network connection as well. So what we actually designed was we've taken a multi-tiered approach to communicating the information. So wireless communication allows the flexibility for individuals to take readings wherever they wish. The Ideal Life Pod allows us a simple setup, so consumers can actually do it themselves. So once they get the product at home, they simply plug in the Ideal Life Pod to a regular telephone line, similar to the old answering machines before internal voicemail, as well as for those that growing population that are now ripping out their landlines and using internet connections with these bundled cable offerings for internet access, TV, and phone. We have the jack for an internet connection as well. So you simply plug that in one time, the first time you get it, and you've wireless enabled your home for a multitude of different medical devices. And now you don't have to use this pod ever again. It's simply in the background working.
So the peripherals then connect to it
Exactly.
wirelessly.
So the peripherals are really the point of contact with the consumer and the patient, and we can further engage those individuals through the products that they're using. Now for that demographic, often we hope that most diabetics are checking themselves multiple times a day, and other individuals, asthmatics, are taking their devices with them while on the go. Either the devices can store the information and communicate them once the individual comes back home, or in the office if they have a pod. But of course, using Bluetooth wireless protocol, we're able to communicate through wireless cell phones as well. So we have the freedom of mobility as well as the reliability of communication on the front end.
I was over at your booth earlier, and I noticed that there's one product missing here.
Yes.
Can you tell us about the chair?
The Bluetooth wireless chair scale, which has been garnering a lot of attention, which is why we couldn't bring it here, which I apologize for that.
Well, it looked a little heavy to carry all the way across the floor, too.
Actually, it's quite light, and it folds up, so it can be easily carried and moved around, both for nurses, and actually that really is a token to our team and our vision for our company. We're a very service-oriented group, and we work closely with our customer base as partners. And if they have a need, we really go to our customers and say, how can we better assist you in achieving your vision, be it cost containment programs, touch points with their existing patient base, innovative programs where they can better manage patient outcomes from a clinical perspective. So we actually had people challenged us, and they basically said, we have a very small but important demographic, either the elderly frail that are having trouble standing up while taking a reading on a scale, or individuals that are wheelchair bound and have issues with mobility where they're suffering from congestive heart failure. We need a solution for them to be able to remotely monitor their weights. So we actually designed and developed the chair scale that wirelessly communicates those weight readings remotely to our system. And it's actually a nice, simple, elegant product that now offers those individuals, as opposed to being lost by the wayside in programs, now they can also participate in those programs.
We're about out of time, but tell me what the range of weight is that the chair can handle.
Yeah, right now it's about 400 pounds.
Wow.
And so it offers a good capacity for today. And of course, working as we continue to innovate, we'll add capacity to that as well as needed. So.
Terrific. Well, thank you for bringing the products to show.
No, I appreciate your time.
Jason Goldberg is the president of Ideal Life. You're a Toronto-based company.
Toronto-based company.
But you have a U.S. market, and the products are available here.
Yes, they're available here for some time, and great population using them today for a number of years already. So.
Terrific. Well, thanks very much again for joining us here in the ATA studio. We've been talking with Jason Goldberg from Ideal Life. My name is Tim Rowan. Thank you for joining us at this ATA interview.